Hello, welcome to Speightstown. Today we're going to sketch Speightstown. So Speightstown is on the west coast of Barbados. It's a beautiful little town. Love going up there. Lots of small streets and outdoor vendors, all that kind of stuff. So I decided to sketch there. Our first stop after having a cold beer, of course, was to visit my aunt's gallery, the Gallery of Caribbean Art, which is a famous gallery on the island. So I thought that would be a fitting place to sketch. Of course, I didn't realize how much work it's going to be doing all of those poles and buildings, but I got into it and it worked really well. So this is the sketch scene I do. Now, one of the important things you have to do is when you decide on a scene is to make sure you take a photograph of it because things change as they go. If you're doing cityscape sketching, it's important to get some people in there to give it that energy and give it some life. So that's what I tried to do with this one. But again, people walk in and out of the scene, so it's important to get that done early. But Speightstown's a great little artsy place, so it feels good to be doing sketching in the streets, and the people are really nice. So, like I say, things change when you're sketching on location. Like this time here when the police arrived, they weren't in my initial sketch, but they're here now, so I didn't put them in, but it's good to know I got a picture of it before. So I got the outline done, which I do on location, and then I sometimes finish the other stuff afterwards. Now I'm starting to actually put in some details. For people, sometimes it's more shadows, it's not necessarily all people's, but I just wanted to get some perspective in there. So we've got the truck up front and some people that are hanging around, and we'll start on the buildings. And I gotta tell you, this was one of those sketches that really took a lot of time to do because of all the columns and the buildings and the windows and everything. I'm happy with the way it turned out, but it's not the kind of sketch that you could sit on a step and just do for about 3 hours. You need to be comfortable to do this one. And a ruler obviously helps too. But anyway, once I got into the details, so I finished it at the beach and put in all the cross hatching and that kind of thing, and it's starting to come together. Got the main elements in there, and now I can put in the cross hatching details, which is what I really enjoy. And I try to get some of the elements of signs and stuff in there as well. So that's the finished sketch. And then we decided to head to the other side of town, where some of our favorite spots are to watch the sunset and that kind of thing. And there's a great little pier out there for fishermen, which I thought was a cool place to sketch. It's got the rocks, it's in a park area, and so I decided that I was going to try sketching this. So here's the pier that I'm going to sketch. I like the way that it went out into the water and then it jutted off to the right, so that was kind of cool. And the lots of rocks and stuff gave it some energy. So this is my second sketch spot, and started pulling out the materials. Was able to find a nice brick wall to sit on. That's always good. And then, again, your scene will change. Boats come in, boats come out. So make sure you get a picture of it as soon as you decide on what you're going to sketch. And here I go, putting in some of the line work and getting things all set up. So sketching's really cool, just to be able to enjoy the area that you're in, enjoy the nature around you, and enjoy the sunshine if you're in Barbados, which is why I like going to these different places. So again, getting in the basic elements while on location is what's really important to me. I get as much as I can in the sketch so that I can finish it at another location with the photograph if I need to. And this way, this saves you sitting on location for 2 or 3 hours. So I just got in the basics of there. There was a fisherman out there. I got him in there. Again, it's always cool to get some life into your drawings to give it that human element. And just kind of get the perspective and the layout, get the main objects, and that's really all you're trying to do. So this is considered plein air sketching, plein air painting to many artists. I call them sketch walks because I like to kind of show not just where I'm sketching, but also the area around it. So these are called sketch walks. If you've never been into Barbados, then Speightstown is certainly a place where you might want to visit. So it's getting close to sunset here. I've got to get this finished before it gets dark. It's very hard to draw in the dark. And so I got all of my main elements in here, and I will finish the rest of this up at the beach the next day. And so here I am at the beach getting in all of finish the drawings. I've got everything in, so now I can take my time, not as rushed on location, and start putting in all the main elements and deciding what I want to focus on for the sketch. So I kind of like the rusty gate at the beginning of this, so that's an area where I'm starting to focus on. So getting all the columns in, getting the way the fence goes is a big deal. So now we're going to put in the cross-hatching. This is my favorite part of sketching, is to add all the cross-hatching marks and bring it to light, that life, worrying about, light against dark, those kind of things, how to make something look rusty and old is kind of cool when you're sketching. So here's the finished sketch, all done, and if you want to see more sketch walks of Barbados and other areas, then go to bruceoutridgeproductions.com. Thanks for watching.